All right, good morning, good day, good evening. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to the African Crypto Warlord Show. Today, we're going to be looking into DogeCoin Doge USDT towards a community vote, and we'll be pulling the direction of volatility all the way until we get back down to this 3-minute. This was a poll, so in my Discord, which you'll see the links in the video description, I usually just run a poll maybe once a week, see what the people want. It was Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and Doge. And Doge won. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So first off, we will be looking into this Laplace distribution cone, which started on 03 Feb. And what you can see here is the general observation with this Laplace distribution cone, doesn't matter the time frame, but for this example, it is on the 3-day, is if it bounces and hits this side of the cone, it wants to go up and hit the other side of the cone, all right? There's this little orange line over here that you can see disappearing. That's its mean reversion target, okay? So when it's below the mean, it wants to go back and hit the mean. When it's above the mean, it wants to go back and, well, come back down and hit the other side of the mean. So right now, it just came up, perfectly smoked the mean on 09 December 23. Here it breaks through, and now it's range bound. So it's wanting to go pretty much get stuck in the pink, and wait for this to load. And if it is either bullish or bearish, either side of the cone, over here is the cone we left off with. If it is above the pink line, I get long-term bullish. If it is below this pink line, which is at the mean, which seems like there can be some defending in the long-term time frames down here at 9 cents, 0.93 cents. It's technically still bullish. Well, it's range-bound bullish if it can hold above this target here. If it breaks this pink, as we saw here, it hit this side of the cone, all right? Has come up, hit this blue, so technically it wants to come down and hit this blue. But if it holds above this pink, it naturally wants to mean revert to the top side of the cone at about 45 cents. Just call it here, 3 cents. Okay, that's on the 24-hour. We will use this one next. So it's in expansion mode to the upside, and that upside target is into here is what I would say, to 29 cents. 3 is only going to be viable first off if you break out of this positive skew, which is technically a bullish skew in the data set. If we can break from these blue lines, obviously we're going to come and hit 18 cents, hold above 18 cents, boom, looking for another touch into the blue. Now that is the 24-hour. Let's go pull up some targets and start from the higher term time frames, work our way back to the 3-minute. All right, 321 day. Okay. What can we see? We've got a zone of liquidity forming here at 8 cents, 0.87 cents. Over here, it's verified again. So there is some liquidity building here. What I suspect on the 21-day at least, these things are getting a little bit bearish. Any closes below 14 cents, I do look for a push to the downside. Any closing above, come on, hit it. On a high term time frame, it's quite hard to actually hit these lines. Any holding above 15 cents 48, looks like we get back to that 24-hour cone up there into the 28 region or whatever that blue line target was. So currently this is caught in contracting as positive correlated. Technically it is in a small candles down, so slow walk down. And 14 day, same thing, a lot more positively correlated. So the 14 days pretty much what's preventing it from breaking up on the lower term time frames. Mean reverted down, so is a little bit bearish, has bounced off its mean in the last 14 days. Next print does come, so I'd be guessing a bounce to about 14 cents 44 as the new mean prints, and then you can get some good direction off of there. If it can hold that number, you look for you'll look for these low time frames to kick up. 7-day is wanting to kick up. Volatility is catching it sideways. So we have 21-day down, 14-day down, 7-day sideways. Not so good. even though the momentum indicators are saying push to the upside, we got to wait for volatility to confirm these. Otherwise, you can get quite trapped. All right, 24-hour is in technically a pump mode, but here's the problem. It's not in a trend, okay? So anytime it's going to really be in a trend is if it closes, sorry, this is the 3-day. If the 3-day closes above 15 cents 35, I would be looking for this to say, okay, the trend is on, and then the trend is either going to get stopped at 16.32, 18.35, 20 cents, 23 cents, 26 cents, and then just the 29-cent target here, 29 cents all the way to the top side. If this thing doesn't catch a trend and it pretty much fails to hold above this blue line, I do look for a pullback into 11 cents. No two ways about it. If we can hold that structure, come again, try again. If it fails here, I do look for an immediate touch to 7 cents. Okay, so that's your 3-day. The 3-day is the only one that is technically staying up, but it doesn't have any friends. 24-hour, similar effect. Okay, so 24-hour at 15 cents, 1.4, it would look to carry on pushing through. Problem is it's starting to lose correlation. So the longer it stays below this line here, the less likely this trend is likely to continue to the upside. Okay, so that would be, I'd say, a breaking range. Any holding above here at 15 cents, let's demarcate that here. What's this one? That's 16. So it's pretty much this blue line. Any holding above this blue line here, I would look for a mean reversion to the upside. Well, not a mean reversion to the upside, just an opportunity to go and touch those 3-day Laplace distribution cones to the upside at 45 cents or whatever it was. That does become viable. So any failure below here already demarcated those downside targets. So the 3-day and the 24-hour are bullish. What can we see here? 12 hours making this range a little bit more choppy. I do suppose as DogeCoin was up here in the last 12 hours, it would have looked a lot more bullish. But here's the problem. It looks like it's pumped itself into sneaky dump mode or small candles down. All right. So in the next 6 hours and 50 minutes, the next 12-hour prints, and I'd be guessing volatility is to be contracting, and this thing's still going to be stuck in the positive phase. So it's pretty much printing into a bearish print for the next 12 hours. Here it's 50-50. Hidden bull div is through, but that hidden bull div is only going to be playing through at that 15 cents 5.5 mark. They've demarcated. What can we see here on the 3-hour? 3-hour has come up, hit a weekly 1 level. All right, triggering 50-50 mode. All it has to do is pretty much close here and push down a little bit, and then this thing hits it into a serious dump mode. But here on the 3-hour, we'll show you what's happening. Let's have a look. You see, so this is your weekly range for Doge, 15 cents 41.2. So that blue line on the 3-day, that ultimate power mean on the 24-hour is a top side break. Any failures below 14 cents 976, I would look for another touchdown in this week to 14.55. I'm going to use this chart and we'll just do some fun targets a bit later. Contracting was positively correlated, so it's going to push it down. Looking for the other side of the cone here at 14.79. 45-minute negative drift, so trying to push itself through this weekly mean reversion target here. Let's see if the 15-minute is maybe getting a little bit bullish, given that there is a wick that's come through here. Oh wow, you shouldn't be doing that. And those cones don't mean anything because they are not set up for this. It doesn't look like there's much love for the Doge. What's that? That's actually sneaky dump mode, as you can see it playing through here. And yeah, so this is actually quite a good pivot. We'll just say intraday. Hopefully this video can upload within the next couple minutes. We'll put reverse tendies on. There we are. So you see when those reverse tendies cross, zones of liquidity, right? Failed that zone of liquidity, but if it does hold there, there's another push up into this daily VRE mean here. It's +2, so it's more than likely to get shorted when it gets here, and there's some liquidity building here. So if it holds above these means here, 15 cents, there is a push again. Now this is in between that 3-day and 24-hour range. So this is a trading range, intraday trading range, maybe for the next 6 hours, 12 hours. Any closes above here, I would look for another push back up. Seems like it's quite a biggish move. I don't know, I haven't traded Doge in a while. We fail this liquidity zone, we come back and we touch this mean. All right, at 14 cents. 78. What's the 5 minutes saying? Not that this is going to make any difference, but hopefully as I'm saying this, the candles will move around and you can see what I'm looking at. So that's caught in a 50-50 and it does have a trend. So I'm going to use, because this is in 50-50, that trend is being pulled off of these mean reverting targets to the downside as it fails this mean. Continuation to the downside is this JMA here. Any failures below that, we'll look for continuation to the downside. Any holding above there, it really does need to start holding above 15.039 in order to push back up into, on the 5 minute at least, over here, 15.68. What's a 3 minute saying? 3 minute is mean reverting down, and off of that, with expansion and volatility, I'd naturally want to see it go test 14.79. Okay, so you can see that these tools do work pretty well. That's just a 3 minute, you're just getting reads. I would be expecting a push to the downside here. Let me put this thing on a 2 minute. Can it load fast? What's it in? That is not going to be helpful. What's the 1 minute saying? Getting flicked around, more than likely, because this trend, as it's flicked around, we need to see this curl over. As soon as this curls over, there you go, it has the opportunity to break previous high. Okay, you've got to remember this number here. As you can see, this is what it is pretty much fighting off of. Hold above here, 1531, set a new high out of this region, close below here, try and go back and hold above this ultimate reverse tendies. Okay, if you guys found this information helpful, or let's do some fun shit, because that's what I promised. Let's make this chart big, and let's just go hunt for anything that's untouched. Okay, that's been touched. That's BlackRock touched it. Okay, anything over there? What's that saying? All right, nice. So we'll demarcate these levels if you guys are willing to sit out for it. These will be like long-term levels that I would wait for anything to happen at. Or I have to make these lines. That's a line. All right, roughly that region. Any more fun to the upside? Has that monthly been touched? Load, it has been touched. Hey, there's a target to the upside. So DogeCoin does still have a chance to hit 17. Like for example here, it says untouched, super bullish, right? Super bullish into this untouched one here. So it pumped, didn't touch those yellow lines. And it pretty much got stopped out at that yellow line that was remained untouched. So those are the magnets that I'm trying to show you guys here. Okay, nothing there. There's an untouched weekly. I suppose this is what we're in now. So we'll make this pink. So when we go back to it, I can verify that we've done that. Even more downside targets here. 14, we'll make that yellow. Anything else? So only that 17 target to the upside. That's what it looks like. Okay. Oh wow, that might be a very big magnet down here. This is going to be very interesting. So this is a whole month that it didn't mean revert. Okay, here again. That monthly got touched. Here's another untouched VRE daily mean. I lost it. Where was it? Here on the top of the screen. Okay, so yeah, we'll just leave it off of that. Don't have to go all the way back. Does this set anything higher? Okay, it looks like we're below where we currently are. Anything up here untouched? Seems to have cleaned that out, See? These are the kind of moves you get. Alright, this thing fell through on the weekly. and this had two untouched daily. Well, that's a daily vary. That's a weekly vary, and it just they get called out like magnets. And that looks about it for now. So I don't have to do this all the way back. Now we will put this on the 6-hour time frame. Please load. Thank you. We'll turn the VREs off. Make this big screen. Come on, internet. Don't do me dirty. Okay. So our lowest target is 8 cents. And our highest target is 17 cents. So we'll go back to the 3-day, the past distribution coins. And we'll see if there's any colors there. What's there at about 8 cents? There's a blue line. And what was this thing again? This one to the upside was 17 cents. What's there? Nothing, nothing. Pretty much here, 18 cents. Okay. We can use this other cone. So this is me quantifying data. So 18 cents anywhere in here. No colorful lines. Sorry, I forget that number to the downside. 8 cents. 8 cents. No colorful lines there. So we're going to use that other cone on the far right as it's either here or here. All right, that's the widest range for Doge. Obviously, if it clears this 18 cent target, as we said, she shoots up to the upside. So there's still a magnet left in the book over here for this shitcoin, but there's still a magnet down here for this shitcoin. So if you found this information helpful, please do like and subscribe. If you would like access to the free alpha trading tools, they're not these, but they will give you a lot better readings than any RSI stochastic you'll ever use. Using these laws here, the Discord link is below. Chat room, all that stuff. Don't feel shy to ask questions. Much power. Stay fucking wow. Peace. African Crypto Warlord. Out.